Welcome in, power up, Dimshow's online. Hope you're having a positively electric time. Food sequence loaded, chats in the zone. Streaming from the grid straight into your home. Binary beats and a pixel parade. He's got that spark that never fades. No glitches, no lag, just vibes that ignite. Charging up your day with LED light. He's positively electric, wired to connect. Streaming with precision, what did you expect? From Pokemon to chaos, he's got the flow. It's time to light it up. It's the Dim Show.
Howdy, and welcome to the Dim Show. Thank you for tuning in. My name is DimBot, your ever lovely host, and today is a special day because we are going to be doing a Q&A. Now, I seem to have used the wrong stream key for this, so I'm going to have to try and set this episode up on the fly. So, until I get this all taken care of, I'm just gonna go and I'm just gonna go and play some music for you all. First of all, I hope everybody's doing positively electric, and let's go ahead and get pleasantries. Howdy, and welcome to the Dim Show, Tommy, Nasta, and Coconut Dude. Thank you, each and every one of you guys, for tuning in. Howdy, howdy, howdy. Please get some music on. So we aren't all sitting here in dead silence. I accidentally, okay, where is it? There it is, got it, okay. There we go. Alrighty. You guys just listen to that while I take care of everything. We are getting things set up, so things will start happening momentarily. Okay, no, that isn't it. Alright, hold on. Uh-huh. Well, that's not it. That's not it at all. Okay, so I may or may not know how to do this. I think I might be having issues. Ah, okay, there we go. Now we have everything set up. Okay, everything seems to be set up now, everybody. So I'm gonna turn down the beats and jams. Okay. First of all, like I said, howdy and welcome to the Dim Show, everybody. Thank you for tuning in. This is going to be a Q&A episode where you all ask questions that are burning, and I try to answer them to the best of my ability. So the first half is going to be questions that I can find on all of the question forms that I have sent to you all. I should have organized a list beforehand and put them all together, but that did not come to me as I have been, I have been handling a lot right now. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and pull up those questions and get started! Tommy says, mine is 1:10 p.m. for me. Yes, I am late. Tommy says, NASA says, I'm liking the dunes. I'm in old Australia. That's okay, I love Australia. It's the best. Okay, let me go ahead and check up on YouTube and make sure I didn't miss any comments before we get started. I keep saying let's begin, but then I do this. I just want to make sure I'm not missing anybody out right now. Okay, Coconut Dude says, howdy! Hopster Top says, sup! And Coconut Dude says, I've waited very long for this episode. I know you have. Okay, let's begin. Okay, first question. Okay. Alrighty, first question from Boko Brunch. Boko Brunch asks, what is your origin story? Origin story. Okay, so origin story, I guess it would have to, hold on, let me turn down the beats and jams. Origin story, that would have to be, okay, so, to lay everything out there, I am a droid. I am a protocol droid. I was manufactured by a company, called DNM to, basically carry out the tasks that normally humans would find tedious. Whether it be cooking, cleaning, presenting, organizing your mail for you, or maybe it's taking care of the dogs, making sure your kids get out of bed and are dressed in time for school. The protocol droid can do anything. Designation 1, Mark Alpha. That is me, DimBot. And I was a protocol droid specially made for a space exploration ship. A space exploration ship sent to a nearby solar system in the Andromeda Galaxy. Because, I don't know why we were there, honestly. The crew did not tell me much. So, I was on that ship for quite a while, and, everything was going fine. I was treated okay, I guess. as good as for normal droids are, until a stray asteroid from a nearby planet was launched out of orbit and simultaneously crash-landed into our cruiser. And that asteroid, somehow, through the vacuum that it created, sucked me out and dragged me on top of it. And I spent quite a long time on that asteroid, let me tell you. And by the way, this takes place in a future far, far, far ahead and far, far away from your own. So, no worries about what's going on over there. And, I stayed on that asteroid for a couple millennia, until I landed on a nearby planet, and a lot of stuff happened after that. I managed to get a hold of myself on a time-traveling device that was being manufactured. Let me tell you, that was not easy. I managed to escape that timeline, and onto the nearest planet I could find. That being Earth! And so, after I crash-landed on Earth over here, I decided to set up and just see where the wind took me. And after discovering entertainment, I thought I would take it upon myself to throw my hat in the ring and try making a show of my own. And so here we are! There are quite a few details I lost myself, but if I took the time to explain my whole story, it would be a lifetime before it would be over. So, I might get back to the origin story, might make a book or two on it, but, you know, until that time, that's kind of what happened. I was part of a war for a while as well. Alrighty. Okie dokie. Okay, on to the next question. Alrighty, Chicken Nugget asks, what is your favorite food? Okay, so my favorite food, I'm gonna answer these both under the assumption that I am a current droid right now. And then I'm gonna answer it under the assumption that I am a human. So, we will do this both. First of all, my favorite food is going to be, Beta Steel Titanium. Man, that alloy tastes good. It has a bit of a tang to it, and then the oxidation layer makes it a little bit sweet on top. At least I'm trying to equate it to human taste buds. I love that stuff. I mean, I would probably snack on a few nuts and bolts of that stuff for, like, I don't know, hours if I could. But it's pretty expensive. Then again, I have exquisite tastes. Alrighty, moving on to question number 3. Kirby the Frog asks, what is the craziest thing to ever happen to you? The craziest thing to ever happen to me. Let's see here. There have been quite a few things. The craziest thing that has ever happened to me would probably be... Okay, that would probably be when I was walking through... Okay, so I was walking through the forest one day, and I was just having a bit of a jaunt. A bit of a stroll, as some of you might say. Enjoying, like, the scenery and shrubbery. And I heard some rustling. I was doing this quite late at night, because I honestly enjoy night strolls. They really clear your head, and they're good and they make it easier to do, because in the sun, it's really hard, because it's hot. And unless I have a lot of coolant with me, it's very hard to keep cool. So, I did it at night. I was walking through the forest, and as I went about half up the trail I was going through, I heard the most blood-curdling scream you had ever heard in your life, straight out of a horror movie. It was very high-pitched, sounding like a girl screaming so hard, she was breaking her voice. And it was so loud, I could feel the air vibrate around me. And it scared me so much, I fell on my butt. So, first of all, you know, I was startled, and your first instinct is to run. But, through some miracle, some leap of logic, I was like, well, maybe this is somebody in need of help. So, I called out. I got no answer. Of course, no answer. I waited for a few seconds, called out to help again. I was still flat on my butt. So, if you were looking at me, you'd probably think I'm pretty pathetic. I got to my feet. And as I was about to take another step, I heard the scream again. And I could have sworn it sounded like somebody crying for help. So I navigate my way into the general direction, and I knew this trail very well, so don't worry about me getting lost. This was fine. This was someplace I've gone many a time. Until I got to this, like, clearing in the forest. And I heard it again, thought I went deaf, went closer to the source of the scream while plugging my ears, trying to tell them to calm down. Again, I was not thinking straight. I was scared out of my mind. I probably should have left when they didn't respond, even though I was that close to them. I don't know. I don't know what I was thinking. I don't know what I was doing. I got to this, like, giant... So, it was like half shrub, half rock, half cave. It was a pile of rocks that had stacked on top of itself, like a teepee, almost, for those of you that don't know what a teepee is. It's kind of like a giant campfire that's not on fire, but it's like a house. I don't know how to explain it. Screw it. And it was covered in rocks and shrubbery, but there was an entrance. So I went inside, and it turns out, wasn't a person, wasn't a ghost, wasn't a monster. It was a bird. A bird that had had its leg pinned down by one of the rocks that it was nearby. And so I went to unpin its leg. It screamed in my ears. And my ears were bleeding at this point. I don't know if they actually were. I don't think they actually bled, but it screamed at me and flew away. And as I was walking outside of the cave, now that would be the height of the story. However, I have never told anybody this story, by the way, because I thought that the people that I am currently living around and with would kill me if I told them. This is not a responsible thing to do. Don't ever do this. If somebody is screaming in the forest, or if you hear anything like this, the first thing you should do is call the local authorities in your area. Like, whether that be 999, 911, 611, or whatever that be in your area. Just call the local authorities, tell them your location, and leave it be. you will... It's bad. Don't do that. You'll put yourself in danger. Don't put yourself in danger. But, as I was exiting the cave, I got to meet the local resident of that home. And it was a giant. I think I scrapped myself. No, I did scrap myself. It was a giant, like, 4-foot tall bear standing down. It was, like, crouched down. It was not on its hind legs, and it was already eye to eye with me. Now, I think I was just as scared as it was, because the first thing it does is it turns around, fumbles a bit, and then hightails it into the woods. I never saw it again. And that was the last time that I went for a nightly stroll in that area. That is probably the craziest thing that has ever happened to me. Going face to face with a monster of the woods, as well as trying to help a screaming lady only to find it was a fowl. It was a bird. Interesting life, I know. Alrighty. Okay, so next question. Kermie the Frog asks, what do you like to eat? What is your favorite color? Do you like goat's milk? Okay. First of all, that is 3 questions in one. So let's go ahead and answer that. Oh, howdy, and welcome to the Dimshow. Akina Kurosaki, thank you for tuning in. I hope your day has been positively electric. By the way, your name still reads Little Guy. I don't know if your timer has come up yet, but Akina says, hi, howdy. It's been a hot second since I last seen you. Now, back to the question. So, what do I like to eat? Okay, so if I were a human, I would probably like to eat an Asian-style, meat bun. It's a special meat bun, and they kind of like have pork belly, or they have custard. Those buns are the best. I could eat those for days, if I had a tongue, or a mouth. Now, oh gosh, those are so good. Anyways, now if I were a robot, it would probably be Beta 5, titanium alloy. That would probably be my number one choice. Just a bucket of bolts and screws of that stuff. Oh, it's so good. Now, what is my favorite color? Okay, so my favorite color, if you haven't already guessed by the outline of the stage that I'm currently on right now, it would be a honey gold yellow. So it's kind of like a cross, or an in-between, between like sunshine yellow and orange. It's right in between there, but that would be my favorite color. Now, final question that I have pulled up. I will go and have to look for the rest of them. And this one is from Coconut. Now, Coconut asks, random question, mainly for Dim, but can I get a breakdown of each version of Dim and what their personalities would be if they have one? Working on a piece of art. Okay, so yes, I was trying to work on art myself, but I've been very busy, and I think I've lost my edge, so I've been trying to practice. Now, Tommy says, bro, write 4 numbers. I was very organized. I'm gonna go through all the questions. Working on a piece of art. So, if I were to give you a breakdown of all of them, these are all my emotions. I'm currently flashing through them right now. But I guess I'll start with designation joy. So, positively electric, as you can already see. Akina says you keep cutting out. Is it raining over there? I keep cutting out? Wait, really? Okay, what about now? I lowered my voice down a hot second. Is it still cutting out? Hello, hello, hello. I think that'd just be my mic, the mic peaking out, honestly. I think it's because my voice is a little bit too high. So it cuts it out every now and again. Okay, there we go. Is everything fine? Can you hear me? Oh, okay. There we go. Okay. So, Keenan says, "You fine now. Thank you. Thank you for pointing that out." Okay. What was I doing? I keep losing myself, I'm gonna be honest. Alright, so Joy. Yes, designation Joy. You have probably already seen my outfit. You know what Joy is. Ecstatic, eccentric, and positively electric. That is how I feel right now currently. Always bubbling bursts of energy, too much to keep to himself. Always distracted by whatever comes in front of him, and always inquisitive about what's occurring around him. That is the positively electric personality. A top hat, a nice cape trimmed with gold and black, as well as some good boots and some shining white mitten gloves. Now, so coming up next on the entry, that would be designation Anger. So Anger is, as you can probably already tell, very angry, impulsive. So angry, impulsive, and very, like, surface level. Doesn't take no nonsense, and can get a bit snappy if he is irritated. Now, he does, because of this fiery energy, it has influenced the fusion reactor core inside its chest, taken in the shape of a heart. And it extenuates the temperature so much that that his suit can spontaneously combust. As for what it looks like, I would probably guess he would probably look like a cross between AC/DC between Positively Electric and AC/DC. So probably like a jacket vest with singed edges, maybe some, I don't know, some spikes to be just very edgy. Sonic, or like Shadow the Hedgehog style. Like a cross between Shadow and Knuckles, I don't know. NASA says, "You sounds fine to me. You were clipping a little, but you're good now." Okay, alrighty. Now, and up after that, we have Hunger. Just a hungry little guy. So, Hunger and Disgust. So, very picky, avoidant to things that they don't like, and very obsessed with the things that they do. It's kind of like greed, but in the very primal sense. Greed and gluttony. All of it just combined into one. I would probably imagine him having like a chef's hat, along with a cooking vest and an ascot, as well as like keeping the white mitten gloves as well. I would probably imagine that being how they dress. And next after that, we have Shock. Just very surprised. An overload of all emotions to where they all blend into one. Maybe a little bit jittery and anxious, probably a little bit most of the time. However, not particularly scared, just reactive. I would probably say that, sum it up in one word, reactive. And being so shocked and overloaded by external stimulus, they don't really have an opportunity to dress up, so imagine them just being laid bare. No external clothing, but again, robots aren't naked, so don't think of it that way. You freaks out there. Alrighty, and then after Shock, we have Callousness. Now, don't mistake callousness for uncaring or apathy. It's more like I guess, blown over energy. So, it would be more like relaxation. A state of total relaxation. Not really minding much, just going with the flow. Not really letting anything get to them quite right. They're not, excited, but they're not really upset either. It's kind of like the perfect middle ground. Kind of like the feeling you get when you're reading, like, a documentary, or, like, listening to a documentary with David Attenborough. Just that energy, contained into a little body. And as for how they dress, I'd say just cowboy. They'd probably dress like a cowboy, just because very freeing clothes. If anybody has ever dressed like a cowboy or had to wear spurs or jeans and a leather jacket, you know how that feeling comes across, just like, I could go anywhere. Freedom and liberation in a bottle. Alrighty, after that, we have Passion. I don't feel too safe going into exactly how they are, but I would just say that it's more of a focused, energetic personality into one specific medium. So it would be, so if somebody gets really excited talking about like what they do for a living, or if somebody has a particular hobby, or maybe somebody gets really excited about their team, all of that is passion. And that is, passion is not particularly like romantic. Passion can be anything. Whether that be, you know, purely like, platonic love. Platonic love can also be a passion. Whether that also be, you know, like, hobby passion. So, I would say very interested in others, and very passionate about the things that other people are also passionate about. Vicarious interest through others. That is probably how they would behave. As to how they would go about it, as to how they would go about interacting with others, probably not safe for the general audience. Oh, by the way, howdy, and welcome to the Dimshow. Metal, thank you for tuning in. Metal says hello, howdy. Now, after that, we have disarray, confusion, fear. So, anytime you find yourself, like, a little discombobulated, it's more than just fear. It's also confusion. It's more anxiety. That's how I would describe, purple. Perps. That is, I don't have a name for any of these guys, by the way. If any of you guys want to suggest names for all of these emotions, as long as they have dim at the beginning of it, that, I would be more than open to those. So, probably very shuddered, very, like, also reactive, but in a way that's avoidant. So, I would say Shaggy from Scooby-Doo. Shaggy and Scooby-Doo from that hit series, Scooby-Doo. Just those two in a nutshell. That's what anxiety is. That's what fear is. Metal Beetle says, why are we talking about emotions? Well, that is because Q&A, Coconut asked me, can I get a breakdown of each version of Dim, like what the personalities would be if they had one? I'm working on a piece of art, so I'm trying to give a good description as to each piece of art. By the way, Passion would probably be dressed like a Power Ranger. That'd probably be the main case. Probably a cross between Power Rangers and Mega Man. Because they describe themselves as a hero of love. Whatever that means. And as for how Fear would be dressed in a giant onesie pajama pair with drawstrings so they can close their face. You know, like how somebody does that, how they like have a hoodie sweater and then they have two drawstrings and then they close it over themselves when they pull on those drawstrings so they can hide the mouth. That's probably what anxiety would wear. Alrighty, third to last, we have sadness. Sadness, it's not, I don't know how to describe it. It's more just like, taking things, it's like empathy. I don't know, how would I describe sadness? Sadness is a difficult cookie because it's not, sadness isn't depressing in any way. It just has more of a, somber tone to it, kind of like Eeyore. Or, no, not like Eeyore. I don't know how I would describe sadness. Maybe, probably sadness from the movie Inside Out. That'd probably be the best way. I don't know. Metal says annoyed. No, not annoyed. they're not really annoyed with anyone. It's because they have a deep understanding of everyone. So they don't get upset or annoyed or avoidant towards everyone. However, they take a more pessimistic side when things do end up going wrong. And they sympathize to people whenever misfortune happens to them. And that's the best that I can do to describe sadness. Oh, and they would probably wear, sadness would probably wear a raincoat. Because the amount of water that they produce when they start crying ends up drenching everyone around them. So they wear a raincoat to kind of like protect themselves from getting wet, even though it never works. And to protect others from getting wet, because they think that will work. Now, after that, we have drowsiness. Now, this is what happens when you take 5 25-hour energy drinks and get to the 26th hour of the day. It is the crash after the storm, and they are the part of you that wants to go back to bed even though you have a meeting in 2 hours. They are the part of you that is active whenever you just wake up and have to convince yourself to get out of bed. That is drowsiness in a nutshell, when the brain leaves the station but the body sticks behind. Okay, so that would probably be drowsiness in a nutshell. And they would probably just wear a nightgown, silk pajamas, and pants, because they like comfort whenever they sleep. Nope, sorry, my bad. Wasn't supposed to have that. And that would probably be all of the emotions that I currently possess. So I hope that answers your question. And, I believe that is all the questions I have written down. If one of you guys asked a question, but, I didn't get to it here, it's probably because I can't find it. And for that, I deeply apologize, and up to 3 days from now, I will answer any questions that any of you guys ask me, whether it be on or off the show, and I will answer them, and I will get back to you as soon as I can. Just in case I missed any of them, because I don't like missing them. But those are all the ones that I have on Discord. Alrighty, that was only like 5 questions, I know, but like I said, I may have missed a few. Alrighty, so now this will be the second part of the Q&A, where I will be taking, any questions that any of you guys have, live on the show. So let me go back and see if any of you guys have any questions. Let's go ahead and see here. Tommy asks, how many pets do I have? Okay, so I know all of you guys have been wondering this for a while. Do I currently own any pets? Well, when I crash landed, I did adopt a meat sack just because I was interested in the little thing that some of you humans have an obsession over called parenthood. And I decided to take, a small, at the time, gray rabbit under my wing after I found them. Their name is Delta, and even though I didn't know it at the time, they are a Flemish giant. Whoever told you that rabbits were gentle, docile creatures, they were lying. 100%. It is the sassiest bunny I have ever met, and I named it Delta because it is one of the biggest changes I have ever had to my life. Also, Delta was the name of a really cool robot, but we'll leave that aside. So yes, I do own one big baby. That would be Delta the bunny. Let's see, do we have any other numbers? Any other questions? Metal asks, what's your favorite bug? Okay, so my favorite bug would probably have to be, when I was playing Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach. The bug that made Freddy stand in a T-pose and just glide along the surface, giving me invincibility to pretty much everything. Because I just like the idea, where you have an all-sentient metal exoskeleton following you around, 1,000 pounds in weight. You like, come here, Freddy, come here, boy. It's alright, come here, buddy. And around the corner it goes, T-posing like it's in Gmod, gliding along the surface, going, Yes, Gregory. What can I do for you? That'd probably be my favorite. Meadow says animal. Oh, what is my favorite animal? Okay. My favorite animal, hands down, is the pangolin. Pangolin. That is my favorite animal, the pangolin. Search it up if you don't know what it is. Actually, I'll show you a picture of a pangolin. Hold on, everybody. Let me give you a picture of a pangolin. Pangolin image. Please don't sue me for copyright. Okay, so save image. And go pangolin. I've been wanting to talk about this about a while. A pangolin is literally a living dinosaur. Like, quite literally a living dinosaur. Yes, okay. Let's go ahead and do... This is fine. You know what? I can do this. I can do this. Is it open? Okay, no, that is not working. Add new image, P for pangolin. And then open, and then I go over and then search file for pangolin. I'm showing everybody a pangolin. Everybody needs to see the pangolin. Where is the pangolin? Hold on. Where is pangolin? Where did the pangolin go? Ah, there we go. Okay, open. Everybody, this is a pangolin. Look at him. Look at the little guy. Oh, howdy, and welcome to the Dimshow. Call me Trader. Thank you for tuning in. I hope your day has been positively electric. Welcome to the Q&A, where you can ask any questions wherever they may be. Now, Call Me Trader says, hello, then I died and turned to dry bones. Anyways, bye. Oh, okay, bye-bye. Hofstratops says, hey Dim, will you, Hofstratops asks, hey Dim, will you replay any of the FNAF games for hosting? I will probably replay, the games 1 through 3. Because I haven't played them in a while, so I'll probably play them again. No, sure, why not? I mostly do games blind for the sake of doing them blind. So, I don't usually replay, games that often, but I will probably make an exception for FNAF, just because the, episodes weren't saved on the show. So, sure. Metal says, the confusion when I said bug meant insects. Oh, you meant insects. Oh, okay. My bad. Hold on, everybody. Let me try and find, my favorite bug. Okay, hold on. Hold on, I'm finding it. I'm giving you guys an answer. Okay, so, save image as a B. Okay. And then I'm gonna go ahead and go down here. And then browse. And then open up B. Okay, everybody, this is my favorite insect. Its name is the bombardier beetle. Why is it my favorite insect, you ask? Well, I am glad that you popped that question, because it is my favorite due to the fact that it explodes. Yes, you heard that right. The bombardier beetle is famous and called the bombardier beetle because it has chemicals stored inside its little tushy that allows it to form a chemical reaction comparable to an explosion. And it fires said explosion out of its rectum at enemies, firing a hot scalding acid combination as a deterrent. And I love that. And I also love that the bombardier beetle is found in the United... no, hold on. Before I say this, let me fact check. Where is the bombardier beetle found? Country. Should have said just what country. Country of origin. Yeah, they can be found anywhere. They can basically be found anywhere. Europe, Asia, North America. Primarily in North America, though. America! Heck yeah! I'm a beetle. See me explode. Anyways, so that is my favorite beetle. Alrighty, let's see if we got any more questions. Tommy says, will you deprecate yourself 600 times? Will I deprecate myself 600 times? First, let me search up the meaning of that word. Deprecate. 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 Meaning. Wow, that is actually a word. Deprecate is an obsolete term meaning to unfold, untwist, or unplate. So would I unfold myself 600 times? I don't think there would be much of me left if I did that. So, sure? Be interesting to see how it feels. Hobstertop says, hey Dim, could you possibly check, Hobstertop asks, hey Dim, could you possibly check out my recommendation for a game for the channel? It's in Discord, and it's a FNAF 2 remake, and I think you'll have a lot of fun playing it. Okay, let me go ahead and see what's going on over here. Yes. Yes, I'll go ahead and check out the game suggestions. Yes, okay. It's in Discord. Yes, okay. I will go ahead and check. It's let's see. And let me see. I don't see any FNAF 2 remake on the on here. Oh, FNAF Rewritten 87. Yes, that is already on the dim wheel. Hops for tops, so don't worry. That game will be played in the future sometime. Go ahead and put a check mark by that. So yes, that will be happening at some point in the future. So have no fear. Tommy asks, wait, I meant clone. Oh, yeah, sure. I won't do a lot of FNAF remakes, by the way, just because I don't want to be known as a FNAF channel, or a FNAF show. So I will only do very, very few of those. I will do the official ones, if they're actually any good, but I will limit it to those. Metal says, Loki might make a Bombardier art. Yay! Tommy says there's a FNAF fan game about being the animatronics. What? Animatronics. Oh, that's what you meant. Animatronics. I was like, that doesn't seem right. Alrighty, well, that does seem to be all of the questions that you guys had asked. I do so believe. Let me make sure. Okay, so did I... Hold on, when did I... Let me see if there are any questions that I missed. No, I don't think I missed anything. Okay, here we go. Okay, I found all of the questions. Okay, yes, alrighty, I found more questions, everybody. Hold on, I'm gonna get back to them. I found the rest of the questions on the Dim Discord. So let's go ahead and do that. Open, getting the questions ready. Okay, so let's see. Alrighty. Boop. Okay. So I am not a good host at all, in the slightest. I know I need to get better at preparing things. Maybe I should just hire somebody to help me do the show. You have the money for that, Dim. Okay, your first video game and what got you into it? Okay, so my first video game was my first video game was definitely Pokemon Yellow Edition. It was a long time ago, but somebody very close to me gifted it to me while holding alongside a Game Boy Advanced SP. It was red and it had Optimus. I remember it like it was yesterday. It had Optimus Prime from the new Transformers movie that had come out at the time. And this was the Michael Bay version. The Michael Bay Optimus Prime from the Transformers movie. And I will never forget it. I spent that entire day just sitting on the couch playing Pokemon Yellow. I think that's what got me into gaming as a whole. Just being able to like enact my will through like a virtual avatar. It's kind of like living an entirely different life within a virtual space. And I love that idea. It was like dreaming while awake. And that's what got me into video games. Just as in general. And in fact, I still carry that feeling with me today. Sometimes I'll even roleplay while playing games, because I just like that feeling. Okay, so on to the next question. Booting it up. Okay, so the next question is... Blip. I got it. Okay, I got it loaded up. Okay. So, the next question is from Marcorsis JSAB. Now, Marcorsis asks, how do you have the energy to host pretty much every day? And even doing that introduction thing when someone joins the show, even if it's just 2 hours. Is it because you're electric? It is because that that is under the assumption that I have a finite amount of energy that runs out over time. No. The way that my show works is you guys give me energy. That's what I mean when I give that outro every single day. You all give me the energy to do this show every single time I hit live, even if I'm having the worst day possible. As soon as I hit that go live button and give that intro, it gives me the energy to go through the next 24 hours, no matter what it may be. You all gave me that opportunity, and I appreciate each and every one of you guys every single time you've given me this opportunity. And that is why I will give my very best for the duration of each and every episode. Because that's my way of saying thank you for giving me the energy to keep doing this every day. That's why I say thank you. And that's why you guys deserve that thanks. Okay. So, next question. I like that question. That was fun to revisit that feeling. Alrighty. Let's see, who is this? I have no idea who this is. It was done by K. Alrighty, now Kay asks, what kind of music do you like, as in, what genre? My favorite genre of music is electric and techno. However, that doesn't mean that I dislike all other kinds of music. In fact, as long as I can hear the electric energy coming from of it, coming off of a piece of music, I will listen to each and every kind, whether that be classical, country, pop, rock, techno, synthwave, instrumental, vocal, no matter what it is. If I can feel the passion coming off of a piece of music, I will listen to each and every kind. However, I more than often typically listen to electro and techno. Okay, so next question. Okay, so Nasta asks, why the price of titanium is so high? The price of titanium is so high. Okay, so the main process to extract titanium is very, very difficult. It requires, I think, what was it called? Hold on, let me search up I think it was, no, I remember. It was Kroll? Kroll? Is it Kroll? I'm gonna think it's C-R-U-L-L, Kroll. The Kroll process. It requires not only high temperatures, but also a vacuum as well, which you have to use very specialized gases. You have to use inert gases in order to make a process where you can extract the titanium. You have to convert the ore into titanium tetrachloride, and then you reduce that with magnesium inside of a vacuum, or with made from either inert gas or having a vacuum chamber of your own. Both are very expensive. And then there's also the waste produced as well. There's like, geopolitical factors, like distributions from like different countries. I think Ukraine being one of them, I don't know. And yeah, so titanium being reactive with oxygen and nitrogen at high temperatures, that requires you to have a very specialized containment facility for it, which makes it very expensive to produce. And not only that, it's essential for things like medicine, for aerospace, like planes and stuff. Due to its high strength, and like tactile stuff like weapons, all of those need titanium. And because of that, it's very expensive. So that is my answer. I am not an expert in geology. I cannot give you any more of that. If you want more questions, you're gonna have to consult your nearest geologist. Trust me, they are in the wild eating dirt. If anybody is eating dirt, they are probably a geologist. If somebody looks at a rock, probably a geologist. Or they just have a very, very strange hobby. Okay, so next question. Okay, so the next question is coming from DimBot. Oh boy, that is a biggin. Okay, so let me go down here. Okay, woo! Okay, so this is, okay, I had a lot more questions than I thought I did. I just found the majority of them. Okay, so boop. Okay, so we have multiple questions. This is all from the user DimBot, and their questions are, as goes first, what originally got you into hosting video games? Why did you pick gaming out of all things? Well, that would be because, when it comes to idle chatter, I tend to trail off a lot of times, and I haven't taken many classes in impromptu comedy, so it mainly has to do that I don't have the confidence to be able to make entertaining content unless I have something to bounce off of. But I also don't want to rely on other people in order to be entertaining, so I'm using this as practice. Once I believe I have enough experience under my belt saying and making and doing things that are entertaining, and being able to kind of like ad lib, lib lib lib, ad lib off of things as they happen without needing a video game to like do all that stuff, I will start doing more things. But I picked gaming because one, it's something that is easy to do and to talk over. It is something that makes it easier to connect with people from all walks of life, because a lot of people who normally wouldn't interact each other are united through games. Like, hey, I am an astronaut. Oh, I am a military man. Oh, hey, we both like Five Nights at Freddy's. Let's talk with each other about it and be friends. I could have chosen other things like sports and other stuff, but I also don't want to grift. I don't want to like partake in things that I don't normally have a passion for. And I do. I like games. I like what games are able to do. So the passion that I have from games are very real. And because of that, you guys are able to feel that passion every time I hit go live. So that would probably be why I started with gaming. Okay, so let's see what's up next. Did you ever expect to grow your audience to where it is today, or did that happen unexpectedly? Completely unexpectedly. As I said, I don't believe myself to be that entertaining at all. And I don't have good equipment at all. I was barely able to afford the computer that I have. My internet is worse than McDonald's. So, no, I did not at all think this would go anywhere. Maybe there would be one person watching. And for me at the time, that was enough. I did not expect to get to the point to where I am today. To some people, or to compared to some of the people that you guys may have seen, all around the walks of the internet, to titans that have already gone above and beyond this industry, it may not seem like much, but each and every one of you guys, I see all of you as a person. And so when I close my eyes and envision each and every one of you guys in a room, I cannot believe that there are so many people that that just watch me talk my butt off. I'm not even good at video games. I love video games, not good in the slightest, so I know it's not for that. So it really means the world to me when when even one of you guys tunes in. Because each and every one of you guys has a life. And each and every one of you guys has circumstances within that life. And I know that time is precious. Time is a currency that can never be redeemed. And so the fact that you commit that time to watching me means the world. So thank you. And I hope every single day that I will be able to do something that can pay you guys back for it. That's why I try my best to be better at what I do. That's why I try to learn as much as I can in this field. So I can give you all better content. And I hope that you guys can stick around for the journey when I'm finally able to return the love that you all have shared. So, yeah. Cheesy, I know. Tommy says, I thought it was supposed to be a different color. Wait, why is the people white? I guess they just didn't want to change it, I guess. Metals is pretty fun to watch. Thank you. And that is the greatest compliment I could ever receive. More priceless than any gold coin or any amount of cash. Okay, so next question is, what advice would you give to someone who wants to start hosting today? So the advice that I would give is just watch people who are already hosting. Know exactly what you're doing before you start doing it. Watch as many tutorial videos as you can. And when you do start, watch what you did after you finished. Take a look at yourself in the eyes of somebody who is an audience enjoyer and be like, what can I improve upon? That would probably be the best mindset. That would probably be the best advice I can give. Never tell yourself that you're already the best. Never tell yourself that you're perfect. There are always things that you can do better. Always things that you can improve upon. Always something you can grow and learn from your experiences. So no matter what I say or do. There is always, just keep that student mindset. I know I sound like a college professor, but it really is the greatest help. Ask yourself, like, what would be cool if I were to add it in there? Or, what can I do better? The next question is, if you could collaborate with any host, who would it be and why? Who could if I could collaborate with somebody? That is an excellent question. I would probably... Okay, so if I were to collaborate with just anyone, it would probably... Would I do someone who is big and well-known, or would I do somebody who is just around the same as me? You know what? I would probably just... If I could collaborate with somebody, or if I decided to start collaborating, it would probably be one of my close friends. Somebody that I know hand in hand, back to back. I could say somebody like Markiplier, PewDiePie, Queso, or Speed, or Iron Mouse, or like, those are just the names off the top of my head that I know. I could say any one of those amazing people. However, I would prefer to collaborate with somebody that I know deeply as a person. Because it's all about trust. And I want to be able to collaborate, because if I did collaborate with somebody, it would be one of the first times that I did that. And I want to make sure that I do it right. And just having the comfort of doing it with a friend, or somebody that you trust as much with a friend, it allows you to like stave off those early day nerves, because it makes you think like, oh, okay, so this person is in it with me. And the comfort that you get from that gives you the power to like branch out a little bit and be even more entertaining than you were before. Play off of each other because you already know each other's strengths. And you won't have to worry about any awkward silences or stepping on anybody's toes because you already know each other. So it would probably be with a close friend if I were to collaborate with somebody. Now, final question from DebBDYT. What do you enjoy most about interacting with your community? Just because, I mean, you guys. Listen, like I said before, I like to learn new things about what I'm doing, and I like to watch other people so I can have a reference, like a sponge. So, when I watch other people, a lot of their audiences are very, like, sometimes very childish, very misunderstanding. It's very easy to get into an audience that is very selfish and rude and not too pleasant. I will not speak ill of anybody, but the actions that they do and the things that they say, and it can really bring somebody down. The thing that I enjoy most about all of you guys watching is your kindness. You have always been understanding to me when things get out of hand. You have always been kind and polite about the things that you ask. And when you say or do something that that may not be construed as too nice, you immediately take a step back and say like, "Oh, I am so sorry," and you apologize and you reflect. You all are the kindest, nicest, and gentlest people I have ever met. And every day, that is one of the most amazing things about the show, and one of the things I am most grateful for. It's all of you guys. That is the thing I enjoy most about my community. It's you. So that would be the thing I enjoy most about interacting with my community. How nice you are. How lovely you are. I want to call you lovelies, but you know, that was taken. So I call you DimBots. But I'm open to other names. Anyways, Deadline Die asks, can I ask something for the Q&A? Yes, you can! Go ahead, ask any questions that you so wish to ask. In the meantime, I will listen to these other questions. The Mimic asks, would you rather have unlimited bacon but no more video games, or have games unlimited games But no games. Okay, so okay. I don't need bacon. I don't want to eat bacon. I am a robot. I would probably have games, unlimited games, but no more games. Because I would have games, video games, and I would have unlimited video games, but no more games. It's not referencing what kind of games it is, so I can separate it. I can have board games, unlimited video games, but no more sports games. I could have sports games, unlimited board games, but no more video games. They're all interchangeable, so I will take the letter, please. Let me just post that on the notepad. Why did I close the notepad? I should not have closed the notepad. Why did I close the notepad? Okay, so just gonna go ahead and boop and boop. There we go. Alrighty. Oh, good. Just copy the whole thing. Okay, there we go. Just gonna leave that up here in case so that the Mimic can see their comment. So the Mimic, if you see this comment, I would take the latter because I would be able to interchange what kind of games those three are. So I could have sports games, unlimited video games, but no more board games, or vice versa, interchangeable for any of the three. Okay, next question. Ooh, okay, this question is also from the Mimic. And yes, this was like a month ago, so this episode has been a long time coming. The Mimic asks, can you do any impressions of cartoon characters? Yes, I can. I am not very good, though. I will try. Okay, so I will make an attempt of Mickey Mouse.
Hey, Goofy, let's go and make an episode of the Dimshow. It's me, Mickey Mouse. Say, you want to come inside my clubhouse?
Yours, Mickey. I would like to get inside your clubhouse. Well, Mickey Mouse, say you want to come inside my clubhouse. Har, 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 har. That's the best I can do. Anyways. Oh, I get, does Albert count? Hey, 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 it's me, Fat Albert. Okay, so Deadline, I am ready for your, question. Metal says 8 out of 10. I appreciate it. Thank you for the grading scale. Okay, so I don't think there are any more questions. Alrighty, I think that's all the questions, actually. Alright. Well. That will be the end of the Q&A, I believe. Unless any of you guys have any questions that you would wish to ask. I love the Bombardier Beetle art, by the way. Let's see, are there any other questions? One, two. You know what? I might as well stick around. We could play some Minecraft. Why not? Oh wait, you know what? We could play Friday Night Funkin'. Yeah. Okay, let's go ahead and play Friday Night Funkin', everybody. Yay! Metal says, can you rate my Bombardier Beetle art? 10 out of 10. I love it. I won't be critical with it, though. I like your Bombardier Beetle art. It's actually very nice. What do you guys say that we play Friday Night Funkin' for a bit? Wait for any more questions that anybody may or may not want to ask. Hold on. Is that good enough? No, that's kind of taking over the screen there. Good enough. Okay, let's go ahead and transform. And center vertically. And center horizontally. And there we go. Hey, okay. Alrighty. Now, Metal says, can I have grounded? Sure. Yeah, absolutely you can. Post that as a comment in this video, please. Because I can't. Oh no, wait. I guess I could put in the. I'm just gonna do. You know what? I'm gonna do a little thing. Let's just do a little duty. Let's do a little duty. Do. Yeah. Yeah, that did not taste good. Okay, if I had him out, that is. So gonna go down and just gonna do grounded. Grounded. Boop. Okay, there we go. Put it in there. Alrighty, let's keep going on until the end of the episode. Given plenty of time to trickle in for people who weren't able to tune in. Alrighty, let's begin. Okay. Oh boy. Metal asks, would you become the size of an ant? Would I be able to turn back? Assuming I can turn back, then yes. If not, then I like my size. I love this. Hello, little girl. Oh, she could be a woman though. I don't know. This game is very misleading about the ages of its characters. Okay, we're doing good so far. She has her knife ready. Ah, there we go. I wonder why the week's end is these two people. That is a deep voice, by the way. Why is he an assassin? He should be like a radio host or something. Right? Or, well, maybe he likes graffiti. Maybe assassin is just his job and his, like, hobby is... He's trying to balance his work with his hobby. I don't know. I don't know what the story behind that guy is. I do like his hair, though. It's like black, but with, like, a tint of blue. That's like my favorite shade of black. The black that has like a tint of blue in it. It's so nice and pretty. I keep wondering, is that Optimus Prime in the bottom? Did they like skin Optimus alive and then turn him into a speaker set? That's really metal though. Oh. Oh, really dancing with danger here. Wait, did I set this to just chatting? Metal says no. What no? No what? Oh, no that I lost? It's okay, I'm used to it. This is fun. This is nice. Metal says eyes would be blue. Ah, okay. So it's just impersonator. Oh, it's probably best that they opt him there. Dimshow does not condone murder or harm to any person brought to yourself. Hobbs says, hey Dim, did you know that BF's canonically 7 foot tall? Yeah, see, that's what I mean! This game does not do its characters justice. I can't tell who's an adult and who's a child. I can't tell who's 3 foot tall and who's 7 foot tall. Okay. Okay, it's fine. Maybe Friday Night Funkin' is just too hard for me. I don't know. Metal says in Prime, a doppelganger acted like a I can't read questions! Like Wheeljack. Metal says gross. Not getting the beat right. Ah! I wonder if these guys are conscious every time the time resets. Or is this just the first time, and then once they do end up winning, they think like, oh yeah, man, I am sick at rapping. Not knowing the help they got from on high. I love that when I hear, if there is a show or like a comic strip where the main protagonist starts to realize that the accomplishments they made weren't actually due to their own efforts, but in fact the manipulator or the player that was helping them along. And so the player leaves or gets transported to their world and they start having to do things for themselves. And then they get into really dangerous situations that they barely nick. Not like before when they were acing everything. And they have to come to terms with that. Maybe they become a villain because of it too. Blaming the player for their own, for their inadequacy. Oh. Okay, we're doing fine. I think we're doing fine on this run around. Yeah! Okay, we're doing fine, we're doing fine, we're doing fine. We can mess up a little bit. Okay, we're doing good, we're doing good. Why is it so long? It's okay, we're doing fine. No, why is he going oh, stop! Stop! No! This is Metal says 7 feet? Ew. Why you? Why did it invoke that response? Okay. Well, I have never been the best at Man, I am never going to beat this game. Oh wait, hold on. Can I like change the difficulty? Yeah, they only have easy, normal, and hard.
3, 2, 1, go!
Can I make it easier for myself? How long does it take for somebody to normally beat this game? Okay, we're doing fine. We're doing fine, I think. We're doing great. We're doing amazing. I messed up again. It's my fingers. It's the meaty fingers. I have very big fingers. Just blame the controller. Controller doesn't work. Game sucks. Okay, we're doing fine. We're doing fine. We're doing fine. We're doing fine. Way to jinx yourself to master the best.
3, 2, 1, go.
Boom, bum, bada, bim, 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 bum, bada, bum. You're not good at this. Oh, hey, it's the Newgrounds logo. Oh, I love the Newgrounds logo. Guys, do you see that?
2, 1, go.
Imagine that, the hero fighting the villain in the most climactic fight of the season gets distracted because he sees like a collectible he's been searching for like 3 months and dies. You'll never defeat me, Demon Lord. I'll be the one to save this earth. Oh, hey! Is that the super special golden edition collectible of Mickey the Robot? Oh my goodness! I'm fine, I'm fine, I'm fine, I'm fine, I'm fine, I'm fine. How did I even get to this point? Don't stab me. Miss Jessica says, Friday Night Funkin' Part 3 confirmed. Yeah, sure, I might as well do another episode of this. I'll have to find a way to download the very easy difficulty. Somehow I'll have to find a way to download the very easy difficulty. Okay, I'm gonna change up my way of going around this. Okay, no, that immediately screwed me up. It's fine. Everything is fine.
3, 2, 1, go.
Do you guys want me to turn up the music for this? Hold on. There we go. How did I even get to the end of this
3,
week?
2, 1, go.
Okay, ready, set. I am fine, I am alright, I am fine, I am fine, I am alright, I am fine, yay! Nope, not fine, not fine, I lost all complete
3, 2,
focus.
1, go.
I can do this, I am fine. What is my skill? My skill, if some people were to have like a skill graph in terms of video games, they would probably have like a few, like maybe one hill and then a sharp incline. Meanwhile, my graph looks like a roller coaster. Somehow, I even managed to get loop-de-loops in there. Maybe it's because my focus is inconsistent. I don't know. Like, I'm focusing on, like, what's happening right now, and then I see a car that has a unique design pass by in the background. And then I'm like, ooh, car! Oh, no, wait! And then that happens.
3, 2,
I don't know, maybe I'm just not the kind of person to be able to play these games well. I also have meaty fingers. How long is this song anyways? Metal says ADHD. Confirm nor deny, I will not. Oh boy. Yeah! Yeah, I can't do it. I'd have to say, if I kept doing this, I'd end up doing this for like... This one has 4 songs in it? No! Okay, so I think that's it. I think that's gonna be it. It has been 30 minutes and not another question has come in. So I think that's gonna be all for the Q&A. This is a milestone mark for the 200 subscribers and the 100 followers on Twitch. Not many people on Twitch tune in, so I wanted to do this for you guys. So seriously, thank you all so much. As for what's coming next, well, I guess that's for the dim wheel for you guys to decide. Oh, howdy and welcome to the Dim Show, Mr. Titty. Thank you for tuning in. I hope your day has been positively electric. Now, Mr. Titty says you're getting a rusty machine, pulls out bottle of Coke. For me, it would be Dim Juice. Oh, I love my Dim Juice. Now, let's see what's going on here. Is going on up here. Let's see what's going on up and up and there. Yes, yes. Doop, doop, and scoop-a-da-boop. There we go. Anyways, Miss Jessica says, more dim wheel! You guys are obsessed with the dim wheel. By the way, Mr. Titty, this is a Q&A round, so if you have any questions that you want to ask, that you want answered, please be sure to let me know. And I will not hesitate to answer them for you. So, anything you got for me? I'm just gonna let you ask that. Now, Miss Jessica says she wants another dim wheel. What did the dim wheel say last time? Does anybody know? Maybe I should make a dummy dim wheel. That doesn't have any sort of, like, spinning power. This is not official. We are not playing Me Side next. That's already been decided. So, don't expect that. I'm just spinning the dim wheel because Miss Jessica wants me to do it. I don't even know what red finger is. Did I add that? Or did... Oh, that's right. I set it up so it adds automatically. Okay. Oh, Slay the Spire. Slay the Spire again. Wow, the dim wheel really wants me to play Slay the Spire. Miss Jessica says, question, what's your favorite game? Favorite game would probably be Minecraft. Just because I like, because there are, okay, so there are a lot of things to get, to think about when asking, like, what is somebody's favorite game? Like, favorite in terms of aesthetic, like, to look at, favorite to play, and how do you discern what are somebody's favorite games to play? Like, replayability, like how often they play it, the experience, the memories behind it. Considering all of these things, it would be split between Pokemon, specifically Pokemon, I would say, what would be my favorite Pokemon game? Probably be Pokemon X and Y, either that or, Minecraft. Mr. Titty says, were your first words beep boop? Nope, it was hello world to test my voice box when they booted me up. And then they used a voice bank, a whole bunch of things they wanted me to say. Some of them I cannot say on the show. The scientists were a bit eccentric. Alrighty. Like I said before, I want to thank each and every one of you guys. I'm not able to do much for you, but I wanted to at least be able to do this. And I'm going to be honest with you guys, I had more plans for the Q&A. I wanted to hook up a live 2D model. You guys know what Memoji is. For those of you that own Apple, do you guys know what Memoji is? The face tracking that it has, the face filters. I wanted to do that for my Dimmoji, that way it could add eye tracking and face tracking without making it a complicated 3D model. But, avatar modeling, a lot more difficult than I bargained for, and I just could not, for the life of me, get it to work. I still don't know why the model doesn't work. So it looks like I would have to pay for that. I have no idea. Anyways, Mr. Titty says the only problem with Uma Musume Derby is jiggle physics. Well, let's hope that most people aren't pertaining to that. Ms. Jessica says, yeah. Metal says, yes. Well, you guys really love that. Ms. Jessica says, I saw an ad. Now, Ms. Jessica, that ad assumes that I have money. Of which I do not. I do not have money. I cannot. That's why I try to teach myself to do live 2D modeling. But because I don't have money. I don't have money. I have no money. Um, so I will just have to resort to saving up, I guess. What little I can scrounge together. Having said that, once I am able, I will put a model on there. But until then, I want to thank each and every one of you guys for tuning in. After all, you guys are the reason why I do this, and you all are what makes doing this so much fun. I cannot wait to see you all in the next episode. Having said that, I hope you all have a positively electric morning, afternoon, evening, and a very, very good night. I'll see you all in the next episode, 10 p.m. Central. Until then, doodles!
This is the end card song. That means the show is over. And now it's time to go home and wait for the next entry. But until then, I'll see you in the next episode.